Hi, in this video, we want to take a look at getting more out of our leaflet maps when we're using R. Okay, so in this video, we're going to be taking advantage of several of the features that are in the leaflets extras package. All right, so this package gives us further control over our leaflet maps so that we can give our stakeholders, our customers, their more information in their data maps. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're going to be using Leaflet for this. Remember, Leaflet is a really good JavaScript way to have to present maps, interactive maps in particular. Now, R uses the Leaflet package to be able to pull in these features for us while we're working with R. The Leaflet's extras package gives us a lot of features for controlling like the interface and how our customers can work with our maps. Okay, so basically in this video, I'm going to just run through different ways or different features that we can invoke to get better maps. I'm going to a large extent, I'm going to do one at a time. All right, so something we can do, we can have OpenStreetMap search. Okay, so to do that, all I need to do is put add search OSM. OSM is the abbreviation for OpenStreetMaps in this package. And you'll notice I've got the University of Central Florida, go Knights, that's where I'm teaching, and got it centered on that. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we do this. All right, so after, I'll leave the code so you can see it. So I come up here and let's go University of Central Florida. I find it works best if we click on it rather than hitting enter. So I click on it and boom, it zooms in to where OpenStreetMap says UCF is. All right. And now, unfortunately, I didn't put in any additional features for it to like pop up and give us further information. We do have that option if we start like invoking more stuff. Okay. Well, another option we have is for Google. Now, I was having trouble with this when I was setting up the video code. I believe the API stuff has changed for Google so that not everything has been updated within the package. But this is this will give you a direction to start in if you're going to work with this. So currently in Google's API, you have to have an account and you have to have a credit card information to be able to get the map information. Previously, you were able to get a little bit of data for free, and Google cut that off. So I have a personal API and it's connected to my credit card. I don't want to share that information. So I'm going to go, what I did, I took that information and I saved it in a text file and I called it Dr. Smith's Google API. You know, very descriptive. And I pulled in with read table. And so for my code, when it says personal Google API, there is a character string in quotes of my personal API that I got from going to Google's website. All right, and I'm going to load the GG map just so that I can register the API. So here I'm registering my Google API. And now I want to put a Google search feature onto here, and I need to specify my API key. Okay. Now, when I was preparing for this video, this feature did not work, but hopefully the package gets updated, things work out better with Google, and we'll be able to use this going forward. But let's go ahead and just try it. Let's see what happens. Let's go University. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go. Yeah, location not found. And so location not found is the default response in the search system. We actually have control. We could have it say something else if we wanted to go into the options. I left it alone to have it specify something, but So the Google stuff is not working, but here you, going forward, if you want to invoke it, maybe go deeper, maybe write, take the code that's available and get it going. It's here for you. Now, another feature is US Census, and I wasn't able to get this one going either, but we'll hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll work for us this time. So let's go, this time I'm going to go 1600. I was going to see if the White House would come up. Nope. Oh, well, but hopefully it will work in the future. Now, another thing we can do reverse searching. So here, if I click on something, it will give me information about it. Whoops. There we go. So I clicked on Classroom Building 1, and you can see now it's giving me the information that is available with regard to its latitude and longitude. Now, something about it is that you'll notice that it can be kind of wonky at times. Trying to find a location. Here we go. And, just random person's addresses. It's kind of interesting to, when you click somewhere, where does it connect to? And up here, it displays the information that you came across. Now, the reverse Google map, if I'm going to use this, I want my Google API included. Let's see if it works. Nope, not going to work for us. All right, so now let's go ahead and start using some other features that are available in Leaflets Extra. So to do this, I'm going to need some data to plot so I can show what's going on. I'm going to use the data set that I've used before, the Breweries 91 data from the leaflet package. And remember, it has the data in a format that isn't as data frame-like. It's got latitude, it's got the coordinates in one column, latitude and longitude together. And I want them separate, so it's in a better column format. So I'm going to go ahead and load the data. Now here, what I'm really doing is I'm using the SP package to grab the coordinates and convert them to latitude and longitude separate. Now, to be consistent with leaflets, I am changing latitude to lat, longitude to lat of column names. And on the upcoming stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to define quadrants so I can show you some ways that I can plot my data. So I want categorical grouping data. And just to make something easy to look at, I chose quadrants of it. So to define my quadrants, I found the median of the latitude, median of the longitude, and then I use that to define southwest, southeast, northwest, northeast quadrants for the brewery data. Now I'm going to, so that is this. So here I'm defining the quadrant column. Here I've got all the southwest breweries, the southeast breweries, northwest and northeast. And now I'm going to color them using the color factor function. I'm at Skydive DeLand's parking lot and I'm watching people land right now. So I'm going to go, the 4 colors for classic 4 color comics, red, green, blue, and black. All right, so now let's take a look at overlay groups. Okay, so check out my code. Notice that for each group that I want to put down, I have a different data set. So here's the data that I want to be in the southwest group. Here's the data I want in the southeast group. Here's the data I want in the northwest group. And you'll notice all the other aspects of the code of the add circle markers is the same each time. And I'm putting it down repeatedly for each group of data. And if I needed to, I could actually do this as a for loop, by the way, saving the map as an object and then adding to that object in the loop. So here, this is my northeast group. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add layers control. And I'm going to say, here's the overlay groups that I want. So I've said what the groups are in each of my add circle markers calls. And here I'm adding control using those groups. All right, so here I can see, I've got my data set. We can see each of the quadrants. And if I hover over it, I can see each of the breweries. Now here's where the new feature is. You'll notice that I can set it up so that I can look at just the part I want. So here's Southwest. Here's Southeast, Northwest, Northeast. All right, and so this, can give our clients the ability to zoom in on data that is interesting for the problem they're working on. I've used this professionally, by the way. It was a hit. Now let's use base groups. Now this one, I have used this professionally, but I've never really, people have never been wowed by this feature. What I'm doing here is that I'm taking multiple tiles, multiple base maps, and then I'm giving the user the option to change what map they look at. So here's OpenStreetMap default, then here's Carto, and then ESRI. And so this way, and I can have points plotted on top of the map, and when I click each one, I can switch back and forth. So it's possible for me to have those overlay points grouped up this way, and it's possible for me to have the different base maps. I have that level of control, and I could actually have multiple features for the circle markers if I wanted to. I could have different groupings of different data sets if I so desired. Now the next one, this is a way for us to handle when I have a lot of data points that are overlapping on top of each other. And so, just like with any old scatter plot, when I have points on top of each other, it's hard for the user to interpret, hard to see. What we can do with this option, with the cluster options equals marker cluster options, if I invoke this, when I zoom out, points that are proximal to each other will be grouped into one marker. And so that way, what will happen is that it'll kind of average the color together, and it'll be, well, I'll just go ahead and show you. So if I zoom out, I'm going to keep on zooming out till it's all right. So we can see that there are 32 markers here. I zoom in. Oh, hey, there's 3 over here, 29 there. And something that it's doing, it's averaging the colors together to show me what the colors look like. All right, so now we can see that this is an individual one by itself, because it's giving us an idea of the range of locations. Zoom in a little bit more. All right, so here we see red, red, red. Oh, here is a black one by itself. Let's keep on zooming in. All right. So we've got 3 points. We see it's a triangle. We see 2 points in here. And it's a line. And so, this point of view, I think this is a really nice feature. I think it's much easier for our clients to see where the points are. and it's not as confusing as when we see everything on, overlaying. Like when I look at this, we can see that there's multiple points, but it doesn't feel as good. So, it might be good for your project, it might be bad, it might be best to not use it. Do whatever works best for your client. Whatever works for your client is what you should do. All right, well, that's all I've got for you. Take care and goodbye.